nerderotic.com.
So Not a Blog is George's, oh my God, what did it use? It was called, oh my God, it was some blogging program from 2005 or whatever he still uses. I completely forgot what it is now. LiveJournal, that's it, LiveJournal.
All right, I would like to see your book.
And I used to check it every day.
Reading all your texts, watching everything you do.
You know, back around 2012, 13, 14, I check it every day. Going, we're going to get an update on Wins a Winner. But we finally got an update from George R.R. Martin. He even stole Tolkien's R.R. That epic rap battle's my favorite. I watch it often because it's true. Better late than never. Oh, my God. I don't know if he's aware, like, how much that's going to trigger the A Song of Ice and Fire community. Remember Me. This is from August 3rd. So that is 3 days ago. Remember Me. It's been a while, I know. My last blog post went up here on February 19th. The posts that's come after were made by my mighty minions. I am lucky enough to have a great staff of assistants, though even with their help, I kept falling further and further behind. Yes, when I met him, he had 9 people around him. 9. The thing is, you can't blame them. When all the work comes from one person and it's not actually a network, everybody's reliant on George to produce. Garrett can identify. Sometimes he's itching to go on a video and it's like, I got nothing right now. But let's check. We haven't done the check yet. I will check right now. How many days has it been since July 12th, 2011? And I've typed this into Google so much. I just put how many and it just populates it for me. And the answer is 5,504 days. We have just passed the 30th anniversary of A Song of Ice and Fire, where the bulk of it was created in the first 15 years. In the last 15 years, where the bulk of it was created the equal amount of time, he has produced basically some Wikipedia articles, talked about writing some chapters, written a video game, helped develop multiple series, helped develop a play, but not written the Winds of Winter. And now he's writing a Dunk and Egg book, a 4th Dunk and Egg book. Oh, and Fire and Blood Part 2, which is going to be called Blood and Fire. Get it? Then he'll be able to finish Winds of Winter. That's not going to happen. This year has been stressful, to say the least. So much has been happening. It's been overwhelming. Some great things, exciting things, dreams come true, but there have been nightmares too. I have lost friends, battled sadness and depression. The worst may be yet to come. I turned 77 last September. We're almost at September, by the way. Like, September was just a couple of months ago. No, it's actually a year ago at this point. And I tell you, getting old is no fun. But there have been some amazing times as well. I suppose that's just life. Of course, I knew that. If you've read my stories, you know that. So much to post. I will try to catch up on some, and my minions will help. But my posts are likely to be short and rushed. One highlight you may already know. Emmy finalists for the 2026 have been announced, and the Night of the Seven Kingdoms nabbed 9 nominations. Yes, 9! I think he meant to say hot damn. Including the big one, Best Drama. And good for Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Love that show. Listen, I want to go in pretty hard on them. But when you hear the word depression come up, I don't know, maybe I'm a big fucking softy. As somebody who's dealt with that, and I'm sure many of you have, I have great sympathy for that. And that's probably that's most likely what's contributed to not being able to finish. I think it's lack of interest. I think the show actually ultimately ruined any chance of A Song of Ice and Fire ever finishing. It distracted George. Imagine if there wasn't a Game of Thrones show. He'd have been done. Lesson here, don't start a series on an unfinished book series. But man, HBO continues to do it, and they reap rewards until the end. We're seeing House of the Dragon go down Not as bad as Game of Thrones season 8, because I don't think it ever reached the heights of Game of Thrones. No, it didn't, for sure. But it's going down. It's going down not very well, to the point where I think most of us are watching it because we started it and we're going to see it through. But as far as like full investment in the show, it's kind of gone for me. And I want to warn people about Night of the Seven Kingdoms season 2. It's a good story that I like, but I don't know if it's going to have the mass appeal that the first season had. That being said, the show's happened. George found great success and great wealth later in life. And George clearly has impulse control issues and lacks focus. And, he had a work ethic at one time, but like you get older, you enjoy life. But if he's depressed about all this, like, I don't want the guy to suffer. I don't. I think, again, I will say, not that he's listening. Remember, I think he did listen at some point. I mean, I could be wrong. He could have just not liked my face that day, but we were touring the set of the Orville. I was lucky enough to tour the set of the Orville, which was awesome. And George was there, and I was like, whoa. And his assistants were really nice. And George, I wasn't going to go up and talk to George. I was going to let him do his thing and just kind of observe, And at the end, he's on his little roller cart and he shakes everybody's hand. And I'm in the middle of this line of people where he's like, hello, hello, hello. Fucking skips me. And everybody noticed. And I'm like, ooh, my hand was out too. And I got, woof. Yes, his minions. They were really nice, though. They're really cool. We were chit-chatting it up. So, yeah. George, the truth shall set you free. Every time. I would say in those moments of depression, remember that gratitude. You are in a position that writers would absolutely die to be in or kill to be in. Like millions and millions of people are anticipating your next book. They want your next book. There are channels out there still theorizing about your next book. And the only thing you owe them is honesty. That's it. The very famous Neil Gaiman article where George R. R. Martin is not your bitch. I think when you decide to make a fantasy series, say it's going to be 7 books, and fans spend their hard-earned money and their time reading your book, enjoying your book, making you a very rich man, and you don't finish it, I think you owe them the truth. And that's all. If you can't finish it, just say you can't finish it. Some people are going to be upset, but I guarantee you most of the Song of Ice and Fire, what's left of it, they're going to be very understanding. Yeah, there'll be some shit for a couple of weeks, but then it's done. You're free. You're free to go live your life. And you've been in this holding pattern for so long, and that's probably contributed to your depression. So again, for the, 20th time that for the last few years, I've said, just tell them the truth. That's all you need to do. I don't think any fan would have a problem if you hired somebody to finish the book. Maybe a couple, but what it's gonna be is the Great Unfinished Series. Oh God, I'm gonna look it up real quick. What's the unfinished Dickens book? Edwin Drood. It'd be that for a fantasy series that had billions of dollars are made from it and hundreds of millions put into it for the Great Unfinished Series. And the only ending we will have is the Game of Thrones show. That's going to be it. That's going to be the canon. Yes. I mean, let's not compare Charles Dickens to George R. R. Martin. Charles Dickens finished many stories, many stories. And let's not compare him to Tolkien either. When George himself said, well, Tolkien didn't finish his life's work, the Silmarillion. I'm like, stop. He finished the story. We have a Hobbit. We have Lord of the Rings. There's an end to that story. But that, and you could see his absence from House of the Dragon is very noticeable. So on some days, I'm inclined to go, okay, I get what George is saying. But then on some days, I kind of sympathize with Ryan Condell when Ryan Kinnell pointed out that he was probably waiting for some notes from George R. R. Martin that were late, and they had filming scheduled and they had to get going, so they had to move. And maybe Ryan Condell went, hey, I'm having a hard time making Nettles work in this show. Could you help me? And George goes, yes, don't do anything until you get my notes. And this is all hypothetical. And Ryan's waiting and waiting and waiting and never gets them. And now the theories are going to get so fucking crazy. I was just listening to one this morning from Michael Talks About Stuff where, okay, follow me on this one. Leaf, a child of the forest, Leaf, is not only, Leaf is Nettles, the ghost of High Heart, and Old Nan. They're getting crazy. And he actually thinks there's a reference to Sheep Stealer in a summer vision in a Clash of Kings. That when Old Nan disappeared, she actually jumped on Sheep Stealer because she's actually Nettles and flew back to the Vale. And I'm like, oh, the theories are gonna get fucking crazier, and maybe that's what it'll be. Because Leaf, in a line, the child of the forest, when she was talking to Bran, she said, I walked Westeros basically hidden as a human for 200 years. So now every old wood witch, Maggie the Frog, Leaf. Goes to High Heart, Leaf. But we get the House of the Dragon finale that we will be covering, even I'll be in Vegas, but we're doing it from Salty Studios. But we will be covering it, the finale. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to make a video on this season because holy shit, the show has fallen.
Nerderotic.com. Please subscribe.